So, hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Again, my name is Romie, R-O-M-I-E. And this is my review for Married to Medicine, Season 4, Season 5, Episode 2, hot off the press. It looks like the first couple of episodes, possibly the first half of the season, will be focused on Jackie and her relationship with Curtis and all the stuff that's going on. So in this episode, it really starts off with Jackie and Dr. Heavenly. We see a couple of the other, ladies on here, but it's really, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Jackie, as we know, she stays very fit. One of the things that she does is boxing. And she invites Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly, who says, I can do anything and do it well, goes up against Dr. Jackie in the ring. And Dr. Jackie, I know that's what she was waiting for. She's like, I'm going to invite this woman over. We're going to go and do some boxing. I'm probably going to get some of my aggression out on her. And Dr. Heavenly was just, what? So then we sit down, but it's nice because they're kind of recapping everything that's been going on and just that, how would you feel about your party? Dr. Jackie appreciated the party, but she kind of wished that she could just have a moment to herself and just, internalize things. And that's the thing. We know that Dr. Jackie's the type where she says, I'm the type where I can have a smile on my face and things are going on and I just internalize it and I process it inward. Dr. Heavenly said, well, maybe that's part of your problem. Maybe if you just put a little bit more out there, not to the world, but just put your feelings out there a little bit more, then certain things wouldn't happen. I'm saying as long as you're not talking about her relationship with her husband, then we're cool. So then, of course, she was just like, if she found out her husband, if she was Dr. Jackie and she found out that her husband cheated on her, she would have been wailing, she would have been flailing. And we know that's the case. We know that's the case. But that was fun. That was a lighthearted moment towards the end. Quad, she's cooking for her dogs because that's her babies. She has the fashion line for the pets, but she's going to expand to a cookbook because we know Quad does play up her cooking skills. She says that she can throw down, so she can throw down. Dr. Eugene and what is it? Dr. Eugene and did I say it's Cecil that's married to Dr. Jackie. I hope I didn't say Curtis. It's Cecil. Curtis is Dr. Simone's husband. Anyway, so Eugene is over there with Toya, and they're having a nice little dinner. Actually, it's like a brunch, maybe it's a brunch, but their issue is he's working a lot. He's trying to get the bills paid. He's trying to get the taxes. No, he's getting the bills paid. He's trying to get the taxes that they own down. And she's just feeling a certain way because it just feels like she's not getting much attention from her husband because obviously he's working so hard. And she also doesn't understand how is it that he's putting in all these hours and he's making good money. Why is it taking so long? But he says it perfectly. It took us a while to get here. I'm not going to be able to hunt this out overnight. And he tackled over 70K since the last time you guys were on the screen. That's amazing. You still have a lot of expenses. You still live in a pretty big house. But she's just trying to... Toya wants sex. She wants sex. She wants sexual intercourse. She wants it with her husband. And she's just like, look, sometimes he goes and wham, bam, thank you, ma'ams. It masturbates, and that's just it. And then he goes on with his day, and then he kind of switched over to, well, actually, most of the time when he masturbates, it's right before they have sex because there's this scientific term where after that first pump, you can actually go longer with the second one, which makes sense if you think about it because it's like pressure. So if the pressure is built up and the moment it has some release, woo! Then it goes. Now, if there's just less pressure overall, that will take longer before that release. See how I just simplified all of that? That's all he needs to say. So they're saying this while having dinner. Toya brings over like, oh yeah, by the way, if the waiter comes over and she tells her, by the way, husband masturbates. Just wanted to make sure that you knew that. Why you? Why you? Anyway, Dr. Heavenly is there with her daughter and her husband, with dad. I'm not calling that man. With her husband, and they're working on their daughter's music career. She's been writing songs, and since he plays music, since he has a love for music, trying to figure out, all right, what type of beat they want to go with. And when she actually sings this, oh, that's nice. And it sounds like a ballad. She's like, Aurora, that's her daughter's name. Aurora's just looking at her mother like, I love you, but shh, cállate la boca, cállate la boca. The Heavenly wants to rap. Aurora isn't for it. She's like, stop it. It sounds like a ballad, sweet. It sounds like a song, Mom. Oh my God. A mess. But it's nice that they're supporting her. Toya, she's outside with the kids, and then she comes inside with Eugene, and they decide that for Toya's 41st birthday, they're not going to do anything extravagant. Thankful. See, this is all we wanted. They're not going to do anything extravagant. Instead, they're going to have their close friends over, something small. They're going to do a cooking contest. And I said, oh, that's interesting. And they're going to have it the doctors versus the non-doctors. So I said, okay, this is something. All right. You know who's having problems next? Apparently, Dr. Simone and her husband, they had a fight last night, based on the show. They had a fight last night, and it was a really bad one. Their son Michael sent, the husband a text saying, so are you guys going to get a divorce? I said, oh my God. Wow. Yeah. Curtis. Wow. So Curtis is just like, look, you need to stop doing the whole I want to go and get a divorce thing when you're upset. Dr. Simone, you could tell she's just over it, done, frustrated, because she's bringing up the good times from last year and how things just took a turn this year. And the main issue, which has been the issue in their relationship for all this time, is that she doesn't like his tone. And that's a big thing. That's actually huge in relationships. And it's usually the man who has a certain tone when he's either upset, or sometimes it's like a demeaning tone. Whatever it is, he has a tone, whatever his tone in particular is. She doesn't like it, and he's just like, it's hard to talk to you because you keep saying tone, so then I want to tone you out and not say anything. And I'm thinking, you guys need therapy, because this isn't looking good. Because she said originally, I threw out divorce in the past because I feel like that was the only way I could be heard. And I said, uh-oh, communication, uh-oh. But now, the last time she threw out divorce, which was last night, was because she meant it. She was serious about, I'm just done. I don't know what to do. It's time for them to get therapy, because they were going around in circles. They were talking, and they weren't realizing that they were essentially kind of saying they're two halves of the same coin, which means that they're very different, but they're still one. Right now, it's like that coin is being split somehow in the middle, and it's just terrible. So while Dr. Jackie's now at work, one of her employees, what's her name? Is it Tiffany? Comes over and shows her something from the blog saying, I want this to come from someone who loves you and who has your best intentions. So I said, oh no. Apparently Curtis's side piece, significant other, whatever, the other woman is saying that she had sex with Curtis the first night they were together, or the first night they met. And so Dr. Jackie, she's humiliated again. So when she's talking to Tiffany, she says, you know what, I'm hurt, but I'm internalizing this. I understand what's going on, so that's it. I'm going to move on. I said, oh no, Jackie. That stuff actually, it deteriorates your body. The chemicals that are made whenever you feel, uh, when you get certain type of feelings, they're actually toxic. So I hope, but she works out, so that's her way of getting it out. But she still also needs to talk to someone. Just internalizing that is not enough. It's not. So then everyone has an opinion because, of course, we see that Dr. Simone is on Skype with Dr. Heavenly, and they're just like, you know what, these side pieces need to mind their own business. They need to stop doing all this talking. Why are they trying to go and get all of this attention that they don't deserve? What's wrong with these people? Toya's on, Toya is talking to her husband, and it's just like, you know what, it's crazy. And he's trying to figure out, why is she doing all this talking, and why is it that everyone's just going along with whatever she's saying? It's possible that she could be lying, obviously, but we do know that there was infidelity. That's the only thing we do know. That's it. That's it. That's it. And we see that Quad is talking to her husband. The problem with that is Quad's husband is kind of giving off the impression like, look, we don't know what's what. We know that there were issues in the relationship, and if she went and did whatever, we don't know if what the woman's saying in its entirety is the truth or not. And Quad's upset because she's looking at him like, why do you keep defending him? What? Oh, actually, I'm jumping ahead. Sorry. They're there. Toya and her husband are at the event, and they're setting up. Toya's father's there because, of course, it's her birthday. Everyone slowly starts to come in. Toya has a friend named, what's the friend's name? It starts with a C. It's not Connie, but, Lord, I don't remember Toya's friend's name. It starts with a C. We'll note for the next episode. So anyway, people are slowly starting to come in, and there's a conversation, and there was an argument. Before everyone else came in, there was this argument about, it was essentially the men versus the women to a certain degree. And Quad was kind of repping for how a lot of us out here in the real world are thinking. Why is it okay for you guys to have all these excuses for this man who we know cheated just because the other woman is saying X, Y, and Z? Yes, we know may not be the truth, but at the end of the day, why does it almost feel like you guys are championing for this dude who we know he's your friend, but he still did wrong? He had an out. He could have gotten a divorce. They could have at least gotten separated. Jackie would have been fine because she already felt like it was going that route anyway. Why is it that we're putting all of this on Jackie? Like, well, you know, you're putting all of this affection and attention on your dude. Well, you know, you're putting all of this focus on your business instead of your marriage. We know that. She knows that. He knows that. It was brought up. It was addressed. That's why divorce became an option. I am tired of hearing the same old. They can say that's their friend. They're not going to talk bad about him. No one wants you to talk bad about him. You could actually just say nothing. You could say, that's crazy. I wouldn't have done that as far as cheating, but he should have been like, you know what, I'm outie. And even if the next night he had someone, at least he ended it. At least he was honest with his wife and said, can't do this anymore. Because we got that. We understand that. So then here comes Dr. Simone coming in, and it's like, hey, what's going on? What is wrong with people? And here comes Heavenly. Heavenly comes over and says, it was weird because it's Toya's friend. And Toya's friend, she was brought over to meet Heavenly, and I'm trying to see what happened. And Heavenly gave her a hug. And Heavenly was acting a fool. And she was just like, oh my God, yeah, I love you. Oh, you're so gorgeous, sweetie. What is your name? And then because Toya's friends kind of looking at her like, what is going on? She was just like, oh, you bleeped up with me. I'm already over her. No, she's doing too much. I don't think what is wrong? What? We know how she is. Whenever there's someone new, she goes and pokes and pokes and pokes to see how they react. Oh, what happened to Janine? Anyway, so I'm thinking this is just her initiation to the group. This is what she always does. Jackie's there, and everyone's happy to see her. I'm sure some of them thought that she may not come. So now that everyone's there, they have their tasks. It's the doctors versus the non-doctors. The doctors, being ran by Eugene, are going to focus on creating kind of an elaborate dish, elaborate burger. It's lamb, it's beef, it's a bunch. And then Quad said, we're doing a turkey burger with some cheese and some guac. And I said, okay, I can get behind that. I'm not going to eat it because I don't eat, meats of any kind, except for technically chicken. Some people, oh, Jesus, not chicken. Fish. Some people categorize fish as meat, so I do eat that. But it looked interesting. Jackie was out of it. She was just kind of there, kind of doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And Dr. Heavenly in her confessional was like, you know what? I would be knocking someone upside the head, not going and playing cooking in house over here. Then we get this weird moment where, I guess, just to check in on Toya's new friend to see what's going on with her and Heavenly, and just like, Heavenly, I don't know if she was joking or not, but she said something, I don't know, it just seemed like maybe she had a problem with me. So then Heavenly comes over and it's like, okay, what's good, what's up? No, I don't have a problem with you. If I don't have a problem with you, sweetie. If I had a problem with you, I'd let you know. I mean, if you wanted a problem, if you thought there was a problem, maybe you were wrong. Maybe you just made stuff up. But yeah, I guess if you're saying there's a problem, then maybe there's a problem. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Are we about to make an argument out of nothing because someone was drinking? Now someone's a little litty. Now someone was irritated from the conversation that was previously had. So then she's a little off. Someone new comes to the fray, and so now Heavenly does what she does best and starts stuff, and then it's like, oh, I don't have a problem. So then good, we're squashed it, it's done. Because it was something silly, it was something petty, these women are grown. I did appreciate that. It actually looked like they were cooking. It looked like they were cooking. The assistant brought parsley. I said, no, she was supposed to bring parsley, but she brought something else. Anywho, Dr. Simone was having a moment because she was all over Dr. Heavenly's man, saying, he's kind, patient, you's a good man, and I know the reason why I'm friends with Heavenly is because of you. I know that, she can't be bad if you're married to her. I said, okay, this is kind of weird. This is really weird. So then Heavenly goes over there, like, this is she goes, kisses up on him. And then we do see that Dr. Simone, she kind of goes over in the corner because she was trying to interact with her husband, and he was giving her the cold shoulder. And so then she starts crying, and Dr. Heavenly comes over, like, what's wrong? It's like, just a lot going on with me and old dude. So then Dr. Heavenly said, well, these men out here, they work so hard and they have so much going on in the real world that they deal with. And so then they come home, they need to feel supported. I know you need to feel supported too, but regardless of what's going on, you need to make sure that you support him. I'm thinking, okay, in general, that makes sense, but you can't go and just blindly support someone who isn't showing you love and affection and attention as well. Like, we're not doing that today. We're not. And if I have to be the voice of reason to say that, then I'm saying it. I'm not going to yell it because I think my voice is going to give out any moment now. It's like 2 octaves higher, and yet I don't know what this is going on. I like it, but it's only temporary. So then Dr. Jackie realizes, oh Lord, Dr. Heavenly was talking to her. Let me go do damage control. They go out into the lobby, and that's when Dr. Simone says, I really don't want to put this on you. Give me the distraction. Lay it on me. Her and her husband, they're having issues, and it's just a lot. She's like, he can be very cold, and there's just no communication there, and it's just a lot, and it's just at a point where I don't know what to do. So Dr. Jackie said, you know what? And you know what Heavenly says, like Heavenly, she has good intentions, but sometimes she doesn't know what she's talking about. You have to take what she says with a grain of salt. You know, this is what I'm here for. I'm definitely on your side, but I do acknowledge that you do have to continue to put in the work because you guys have been in this for the long haul, and this is something that could be fixed. So maybe therapy is a real, not even an option, mandatory at this point. Give it a try. So then the food is done. The food actually looked good. I said, oh my God, it looked like they used real seasoning. The food was, praise Jesus. Black people cooking. And the winner is a little bit on the healthy side versus, you know, still looks good, but more so traditional / a lot of stuff going on. Quad won. So the non-doctors won. And I mean, the food did look good. It looked good. It looked seasoned. It looked flavorful. It looked colorful. I couldn't eat any of it because my you know, my dietary issues, but I miss that. I want it all. I miss that so much. Damn, why did I have to get my appetite at... So quick story. After like age 3 or 4, my appetite died. I literally barely ate anything every day for years. And it didn't matter how much food was around me, the type of food, even though it was good one day, I couldn't eat it the next day. And so now with all the dietary issues I have now, it makes sense. But, and then the puberty hit and I ate everything. Everything that I didn't think, as long as I didn't think it remotely tastes bad, I ate everything. Jesus. Those were a nice couple of years. No, those are like a nice 7, 8 years of just eating and eating and eating. It was a nice time. And then that came to an end, and now I'm here. Anyway, so Toya, you know, her husband says something really nice. They all went and ate the food. And Toya says something really nice to her husband. It's like, you know, I appreciate the fact that you're putting in the work. So that was it. Nice episode. This review feels actually pretty long for this type of episode, but still a good show. Definitely still a good show. The substance is real. I'll give it that. The substance is real.